Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, welcome to this episode of the Daily Energize, the show that's here to give you a quick jolt of energy and positivity, some joy, some little extra momentum to help you keep crushing it. That's right, you're crushing it. So let's keep it going and going strong. In yesterday's episode, if you haven't checked out yesterday's episode, please do. We were talking about being a hero and that we are all heroes, or we all can choose to be heroes in our life. And I talked a little about the hero's journey and how to do it, at least to a small degree, and I mentioned that we go really deep into it in the boot camp so that you can really map out your hero self and embrace them and let them shine bright through this proven process. In any case, that's not what today's episode is about. That was yesterday's. Today, it's about something that all heroes face. Every single hero, no matter if it's a Disney character, a Marvel character, a person from a movie, from books, it doesn't matter. In real life, again, it doesn't matter. Every hero faces these. You probably guessed what it is by the name of this episode. It's villains. We all face a variety of villains as heroes. Villains can be external things. They could be people, some people in our life. I think of Ariel, of Little Mermaid, and Ursula, right? Aladdin and Jafar, right? The heroes. Obviously, I went to Disney, but you do whatever, whatever it is. All heroes have these villains. Now, the external ones, they can be people, but they can also be places, organizations, groups, things that are draining your energy. And trying to misguide you and have you go down a way that is not aligned. The other types of villains are the internal villains. Now, some of the external ones can become interior ones, as in their voice or style might come into your mind and take over that way. And they still might play the same role. Maybe it's a person on the outside, yet your inner voice or dialogue, your inner critic is playing it on the inside. In any case, we have a variety of them. Now, we actually have 9 different categories of villains that we've noticed a lot of our energizers face. Now, it's interesting. I'll name a couple of them, like the guilt tyrant. The guilt tyrant is the person or thoughts or belief, right? The villain that is just making you feel guilty over and over and over again. Like you're worthless. You're weak. Who are you to be doing these things, right? Make you believe you're putting yourself first is selfish. Another one. The shadow of yesterday. The shadow of yesterday, that villain tells you that your past defines you. That, those mistakes you made in the past, that's who you are. Those labels that you got from XYZ, well, guess what? Those things still define you. Well, no, they don't. They don't still define you. That's not you. Okay, how about another one? Whatever. Here's another one. The hourglass. The hourglass tells you it's too late. It's too late for your breakthrough. It's too late for you to do this. You're too old. You're too weak. You're too whatever to do that thing. That's the hourglass. Now, while the hourglass is more time-oriented, it's just that you're too something. And those are 3 of the 9 most common energy vampires. Energy vampires. That as well, right? Energy villains. The villains we face as energizers. My language is getting all mixed up. All these cool things that we do and have. But the villains, what is key? Let me share it this way. What is key with these? I know I'm all over the place and I apologize. What's key with these villains is to see them, to be aware of them in your life, and then name them. Now, I share all 9 of them, all 9 categories in our boot camp. and I'll probably have them other places. I even shared some of them in my book, my most recent book as of this recording, The Best View in the World. They work their way into the book a couple times, which is pretty cool. I think it's cool, at least. And I'll share them other places. But the key thing is to name them. Whether you use the names we give them or you have your own name for them, it doesn't matter. But when you name them, it makes it easier to tame them, to take away their power. So I invite you to become aware of, what are the villains you are facing in your life, external and internal? We're not judging them. We're not trying to name them to judge them or shame them or guilt them or us or anybody else. Nope, we're not doing any of that negative energy stuff. We're just naming them so we could tame them because it helps take their power away. Research has shown that, and they've done brain scans, as you're feeling an emotion, and feelings of, an emotion's a feeling, right? You're having those feelings. If you can name it, and if you can name those villains, all of a sudden your brain stops firing in that way, or drastically reduces how it fires in that way, allowing you to overcome that emotion or feeling. It's really interesting. And I found the same thing works for me and our energizers when we name our villains. Well, let's recognize, hey, that's a guilt tyrant trying to hold me back, trying to guilt me into doing whatever. And then there's ways of breaking free of them. But first and foremost is naming them. So I invite you to become aware of what are the villains you are facing in your life. Sometimes one wears many masks and could be many different villains at the same time. And that happens. So just being aware of, these are the villains, and start naming them so you can start to tame them and get rid of them. You got this. You're strong. You are the hero. Go shine bright. Thank you for joining me. I know this episode is kind of all over the place. I apologize, but hopefully it was helpful. So thank you for being you and joining me, and keep being you, keep shining bright. So until next time, I will catch you later.